What's up, guys? You already know who it is. It's Attack of the Games here. In today's video, I'm going to be, going over key components from the Lacerda mission from Recon Wildlands. But before I get into this video, number one, if you guys want to see the developer walkthrough of this video and the commentary, I'm going to leave those two links down in the description below. And number two, you already know, you guys are my favorite. I love you guys, my subscribers. You guys are the best. And of course, if you're brand new to the channel, and if you enjoyed this video, like, comment, and subscribe. Now, if you already didn't know, Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands is coming out in a few short months, and that scares most gamers for the one reason that the developers at Ubisoft, they really chose not to outsource and talk to the gamers about what the game is. And over the years, that has proven to be a really bad marketing choice. Case in point, No Man's Sky. See what happened to them. But today they just recently released a 20-minute long video pretty much showing off one of their missions in the game, where the players are tasked with grabbing a Bible, and after that they're tasked with saving the priest, who's up for execution because she failed to protect that Bible, and they think that they can get intel out of her. So I'm pretty much going to be going over some key facts that I saw within the 20-minute long video. There was a ton of things to dissect and talk about, so I hope you guys stay comfortable. First thing that was obvious was the combat. Now, if you didn't know, this game obviously takes a lot of pages from Future Soldier in terms of the combat. And this is one of those demos where it's just pretty much single player. There's no multiplayer, full play, co-op. So you pretty much have 3 AI controlled teammates, and with that you can give them commands such as like hold a position or just flank left and right. So if you play solo, you pretty much have most of those capabilities that you would have in multiplayer. Animations and the combat, it looks stiff, but that's only for the reasons that Future Soldiers came out in 2010. So pretty much that's a 7-year-old animation. I don't know if they were kind of like updated, but why would they? At this point, they're just pretty much looking for bugs and network glitches, so I really don't think that they would fix animations up to this point. Second thing I saw was obviously the map size. Now, they did say that this was going to be their biggest open world game ever, so for them to say that, and they have made tons of big open world games, so I'm pretty surprised at the map size. It is actually fairly detailed and pretty big. When we see the map, we only see a portion of it because the cursor's not really moved a lot. But what we see boss structures where, there's certain bosses in certain areas in the map. I mean, it really does look big. But if you pay attention to the bosses, you'll see that they have skulls under their names, and that just indicates how difficult they're going to be. And there's a ranking system in this game, so you can level up your weapons, your drones, your teammates, pretty much. So that's what that means. You gotta pretty much upgrade in order to go through one boss and another. Now, this is what concerns me. If you play games like Saints Row, then you'd understand how these boss-like structures would work. You would pretty much go in that specific area, do missions in there, and once you've done enough missions, the boss would be pissed off, and you'd go and kill them, and you move on to the next area and do the same thing over. Now, that would work in some cases, but in other cases like Mafia 3, that was a complete, utter failure. The gameplay structure was completely broken, and because of that, a great game ended up becoming somewhat mediocre. And I'm not saying that that's going to happen to Wildlands, but I don't know if it's going to. I mean, it all depends on how they execute the missions and what they do in between the game when you're not in missions. So we don't know too much about that yet, so kind of hoping that it doesn't make the same mistake as Mafia 3. Now moving on, we do see a skills tab, so pretty much we do know that you get to level up your player like I said, and since it's a 4-man team, you can do individual rank ups. So what I mean by this, I think they have it where you pretty much would focus on one person, where one would be an assault guy who ranks up on the weapons, the other would be a sniper where you would rank up on like long range endurance and pretty much drone to do scouting. The other one would probably be the medic, where you would pretty much upgrade his health, and some abilities where you can upgrade your team's health as well. And of course we would have someone like the support guy with the heavy weapon. So something like that, they probably have that in mind. Now, as we go in and they try to save the priest because she failed to protect the Bible, we see that there's some stealth elements, and yes, there are stealth elements if you didn't know. But what I noticed is that it kind of has like a Metal Gear Solid 5 feel. I mean, every stealth game is like that, but when I see the tagging, it does really remind me of Metal Gear Solid 5, so in a way that's good. But another concern is the AI. I don't know if it's going to be smart enough or dumb enough to realize whether the player's there or not. So, I mean, there was at one point where the player shot at a window, and they all just pretty much paid attention to that. But in terms of that, I don't know what else is there. So, keeping my fingers crossed. Hope the AI is not as gullible as most stealth shooters are. And also, to add, there's a little voice in your player's thing. What I mean by that is, like, you actually have a voice. You're not pretty much a silent operator where you just pretty much go through the motions. You don't even hear him talk. He actually has a voice throughout the game. So you got to remember that this is a campaign, so he's not going to just be all silent. I don't know if they're going to have preset voices like that. So, like I said, fingers crossed for that as well. And last thing I want to talk about is once the mission was done, after they escaped through the compound, they stole a Humvee and just pretty much shot away with a minigun. They take the priest to their mission handler, and pretty much this is our first look at an official cutscene from the campaign. Now we only know a thing about the cutscene is that we're taking down a cartel. That's it. That's the whole entire base of the game. That's a lot. That's not a lot to work with, but it's pretty much the only thing we got. So it was pretty short, but all that just happened was the priest wasn't gonna snitch, and the handler said that she was gonna make it hell. So I guess that was it. And that was pretty much our first look at the campaign cutscene. I didn't think it was that bad, but like I said, our player had a voice. He talked through that cutscene, but I didn't see the other three, teammates. So I guess they technically don't count in that situation. I don't know if it's a choice to have teammates or not. I mean, I'm not sure if you can probably do it like 100% by yourself, or you can have the choice of 2, 3, or 4 teammates. But that would be interesting if that was an option. Alright guys, that's going to be it for my walkthrough, breakdown of what I saw. Like I said, this is a really great opportunity for Ubisoft because they've been really silent about the game. So it's a good thing that they did this, because now we have probably like 2 weeks worth of info to talk about this game. And God knows when the beta is coming out, probably next week, next month, we don't know. But the beta is the thing that's really going to help this game's popularity get back up. Because let's be real, the popularity has kind of died down after E3 and after those little animation stints that we've seen there. So this is a game that I really want to see, prosper, because this is one of those hyped games like The Division. Well, not like The Division, but you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, like I said, I'm done. And today's catchphrase is going to be GR Wildlands. And of course, peace out.